She defines it differently than she does. I define it differently than you do. But then there's a group conscious about how we define it. This is considered a wall to us, correct? What color do you think this is? Taupe. Okay. You know, and the thing is that it can be a simple color to very complex, depending on how you define it. And most of the time, we're living in our life, living the way up to people's standards or the society's standards, and you don't even know it. That's the sad part. And even if you do, you feel stuck. How do you get out of it? Well, what I've learned is that you can understand it, connect the dots, but there's all these tools to heal. And most of the people don't even know that there are tools. And you can have all kinds of tools, from sitting there and going, oh, okay, to simply putting that you can tap it out through emotional freedom technique. Well, what are you doing? You're a human being, correct? Okay. Some beg to differ on that. That's okay. But what do you really do? Your emotions. You feel. You have a sensory system, right? You know, sometimes my taste buds are not there, but I still have the sensory system. But you're sensory beings. You're creating a human experience, right? So you're spiritual beings co-creating a human experience. And as we're doing this, it's all about relationships. And most people want to do what? They've been hurt, they would rather hide. And that's why you find a lot of introverted people. Because it hurts to reach out sometimes, or you've trained yourself to reach out and think, uh-oh, they're going to hurt me. Okay? Experience, I'm learning all different things and different ways to look at life. And so my journey yesterday, see, I live in the spiritual state of mind, and I visit ego. I look at whispering opportunities, and I see when something's going to happen, and I experience it fully with my ego, the good, the bad, the different with it. And then I step back and say, why did that show up? I learn to understand it. I just don't live it. I just don't let it consume me. I don't let it own me. And let me explain that part. When I was a little girl, there was incest, there was molestation, and there was rape. How many people do you know that it still bothers them? Or they use those things that stop them from growing? I'm going to tell you that these things happened. They were an experience, but they don't own me, they don't have me, and they don't control me. What's the big difference? I looked at it, and I can see the gentleman that did it. I can see what happened, but do I have to go into the state of panic? Do I have to go into the memory where it's like, you lose all your power? No, because one of the tools, it helped me say, yes, this happened, but it doesn't have to own me. And I was able to take the energy cord, because everything has energy cords, and I was able to heal that cord. As I healed that cord, I was able to take the emotions off it. Let the memory just be a memory. And the emotions fell. What happens is that for every thought you think, you create a chemical